Dad, what are we doing today?
I'm going to do a herb garden, 4 for each one of my daughters. Hello, me again, Peter. We're going to do a pot. I'm going to do 4 pots like that. One there, one of these, and one of these and one of these. So we've got a plant deal. We're going to separate that into separate plants. We're going to do sage. I know they look small now, but they will get much bigger. We're going to do oregano. It's growing in pots now. We're going to transfer that into those pots there. And this is thyme. Again, it looks small, but it will grow much bigger than that. And in between, we'll plant some basil. This is a Greek basil, very fine leaf. That should come up quite quickly. So we'll get started now. First of all, we'll put some compost in there. Nearly full, like so. We put oregano first. So take it out, just push the pot there like that. Let it come out. Make a little hole and put it in like so. You put thyme in here. Again, push the pot with your finger there so it comes out. And we put that one on that side. Push it down with the soil. Deal. We'll use a little tool here. We just push it in there and just lift them up gently, like so. So we've got a clump there, but the idea is to cut the leaves off as they grow, so that will be fine. That goes into here. And then we've got some sage here. They only just germinated not long ago, so they look rather small, but again they will grow, so give them 2 weeks, they will let them grow here. And then got a few seeds. Again, basil you can cut with to use in your salads or spaghetti bolognese perhaps. You only want about 10 seeds or so, about that many. And we'll sow them in the middle there. In a clump like that. Just put a bit more soil on the back there, which is important. There we go, that's done. We'll come back to this in about 2 weeks and see how they developed, but I'm sure they're going to do very well. Eventually the whole pot will be covered in plants, in fact overflowing down to on the sides. The idea behind it is you've got that in your kitchen, put it on a windowsill or somewhere easily accessible, and every time you cook and you want some spices or some plants, you just chop them off a little bit from there, whatever you need, and just put them in your food, and they will regrow again as you use them, so they should last you the whole season. Even if you're not a gardener, all you have to do is just water it occasionally. Make sure the soil is not too dry, not too much water, because water sometimes is worse than not watering at all. So just make sure the soil is damp. It might need a little bit of fertilizer in about a month or 2 months time, because the plants will exhaust the soil because they're growing in a very small area. So it may need a little bit of fertilizer on there, but we'll come back to that later. After 2 or 3 weeks when we review how we've done it. Well, this plant we seeded about, I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. We just took a pot, put some soil in it, put the seeds in there, and they've grown together like that. Obviously there's too many there now, the pot is too small for the amount of plants in there, and that's the reason why we're separating them and taking small clamps and putting them in here. We did the same with the oregano. Again, we took a big pot, we put some seeds in there, and then we separated this into smaller sections, and now we can repot this directly into here. This is a tip, not to damage the plant. You put your 2 fingers either side of the plant and then turn it upside down. Push in the middle, shake it a little bit if you have to, and just pull the pot off. And that way you're not damaging the plant. Put a little label on each one so people know what they are. Like so. There we go. So you know what's in there.